What's going on, the Royal Couch and my Royals? I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We got a great show for you today. Wewereborn is in the building. They hit makers, when I tell you. They a bomb ass group. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to all of their musical platforms. Hashtag balls. Yo, y'all can't tell me this is not a whole bop. You do the dance. We're gonna have to start a Wewereborn challenge. We can do the Bowflex dance. Yo, y'all ain't gonna tell me that wasn't a whole bop. I need y'all, without further ado, I'm just gonna introduce them without waiting. I know you guys been waiting. Wewereborn. I'm super excited to talk to them guys. I really am.
Good morning.
Oh.
Good afternoon. Wewereborn is in the motherfucking room.
I know that's right. Look, I get excited when y'all come on. How y'all doing? Thank you again for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Of course. I had to have you guys. Not only did I want you, but all my supporters has been like, we need Wewereborn. We're back because we have a lot to talk about. I said, I know that's right. So this is why I reached out and made sure that we give the people what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we appreciate you for always allowing us to come speak our minds, not being biased.
Yeah.
Reporting what you know, not what you think. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for being fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I appreciate you guys noticing that because I do my hardest to make sure that I'm not biased and I'm not, you know, because I don't want to. YouTube is not where I'm staying. You feel me?
Period.
Yes.
Period. Yeah.
Now,
So
people are like, if that's your goal, girl, then that's your goal. That's not ours.
Hello, that's not. No, hello. This is just to get me there.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So
level.
I want to say y'all look amazing as always. Berlin, beyond gorgeous.
Thank you. High five, bitch.
Beyond. That hair is everything.
Thank you.
So let's get to it. So before we get to it, like we just stated, this is an unbiased show, so we're not here to bash anybody. I really want, because, you know, as being, I guess, quote unquote blogger, you know, I watch all the lives. I watched your lives and, you know, everyone's live, you know what I mean? And I see things and stuff. So I want this moment, honestly, to be a conversation that we have that it can be cleared up with the conversation so that people really understand why and what, how, when, and where, all of that, you know what I mean, without all that back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So
it's too much the reason why things get so clouded and if people don't understand is because most of the drama happens off the camera. So by the time you people see it on the camera, it's already escalated to 1,000%, and they don't get the full tea, and that's unfortunate. So hopefully today we can clear some things up for the people.
Yes, let's clear some things. Let's clear some things. Again, thank you guys for coming on. Your music, I love it. Beyond love it. Like, no, seriously, like, all jokes aside, like, I'm a huge fan of your work. Like, honestly. My fiance is into music. His family's into music, and he like is obsessed with your work as well. So you are played in my household daily. Trust me. Okay, so the Uncut, right? So episode 9 aired, right? Then we get an uncut, you know, version of that episode. So episode 9 was a very already kind of eventful, right? It gave us a mouthful, it gave us a lot, right?
In my personal opinion,
go ahead.
Hashtag balls, everybody who's fucking with me tonight. I love y'all. 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 Okay, but everybody that watched the show, well, everybody, in my personal opinion, I feel like it should have been cut into 2 separate episodes. I feel like leading up to the pajama party and what happened at the pajama party should have been 2 separate episodes. But child, I'm not an executive producer.
Hello.
So, you know, we don't have anything.
We have no decisions on what happens.
You know, the people do what they want. They say what they want. They put in there what they want.
I do want to say, though, and it is something to what was said before that I heard you say, Berlin, that, you know, because people see you, and there's no shade to Andari or Kibon because I love the show and I shout out to what they're doing. You know, we got to big up our, you know, black gay men out here doing things, you know what I'm saying? So, but I know the way the TV, you know, is work, and you have to have everyone has to play a character so that people outside watching can relate to.
Yeah. And
it seemed like, you know, you were very quiet and not saying too much and stuff, but you can kind of see how it's portrayed because the unedited episode, I mean, the uncut episode, baby, I feel like I got more of you.
Yeah.
And I loved it because I don't know, you just gave me, like, I was just like, okay, there's my girl. There's my girl right there.
I feel like the unedited episode is testament that they only show you what they want you to see. So when I say that no shade, no tea, people are not being portrayed how they really are in real life.
They're only showing
what you to see.
And I feel like they wanted, I feel like I've been voiced with lots of times. It never makes the edit.
They want her to look like a follower. They want me to look like the bad guy. They want her to look like she has no brain. They want me to look like I'm walking in just starting arguments with everybody. They want her to look like she's quiet and Cleopatra. They want me to look like I'm a serial killer.
So let's get, okay. Episode 9, right? It kicks off with you guys meeting Gardini with Q, right? Now, I want to kind of go right before that scene. And because do you guys really know Q, or like how was that set up? Like, because they didn't really interact on how you guys actually met, and was that the plan and all of that?
We don't know Q.
Okay.
We don't know him.
No.
And to be quite honest, his people reached out to production to ask us to film a scene with him. That's how that came about. I don't care who feels some type of way about me saying it, but we didn't know anything about Q. They reached out, and because we are team players and because we are part of the brand,
part of the franchise and the branch, you know, naturally, you want to kind of be fair.
Right, and give everybody a fair chance.
And give everybody a fair chance. And be a part of the brand. Like, they actually do something. They say, you know, if it's reasonable, it's like, okay, we can meet with him. He's never done nothing to us. Like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, shout out to Q, but that incident where, you know, you guys kind of got into the table and kind of got into, you know, the deep conversation.
Now, the key with that is that we was only supposed to shoot with Q.
Oh.
That Gardini situation was sprung upon us.
That was sprung upon us.
So on the way there, you really didn't know where you was going to meet up?
No.
We knew
we were supposed to film another scene. I'm sorry. You can no, you can go.
No, we were supposed to go. We were supposed to go and film a scene with Q at his studio.
Okay.
At his studio, wherever that is. And and for whatever reason, he had a celebrity client who was also going to be interviewing as well. And we were going to just, I guess, talk to him after he did the shoot with his celebrity client. They didn't show up. So I guess he wanted to improvise. And his improvisation was, oh, Gardini lives close by. Let's figure something out and
that makes sense.
Like literally where Q's studio is
yeah, keep falling
Gardini
out.
lives right across the street from his studio. Okay? So he was like, oh well, Gardini lives across the street, like, you know, we can just improvise and do a scene with Gardini. So that's why it just kind of looked like we just all was like,
it was like, it wasn't that. That was our first time meeting Gardini.
That was literally our first time meeting
Gardini.
We
never had met him before.
I've met him, like
so,
I told
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I've met him through Instagram. Like, we've sent messages via Instagram, but that was my first time actually meeting him in person.
Right. So and good that we led to that, because that leads me to my next question, where going into that, knowing that you are now about to meet Gardini, what was your energy, at least feelings inside, knowing that this was about to happen? Like, how did you feel about him at that moment?
So my energy was about this. It was like, we are a part of the brand. He is a part of the brand as well. At the end of the day, we signed up for this. We know what this entails. The least we can do is be cordial. But don't think we didn't take that being cordial with a grain of salt. Yes, we were respectful. We respected him as a human being. We sat down and we were cordial with him. But that does not make him our friend. That doesn't mean that shade was not unwarranted either. Because think about it. Him and his friend were spreading rumors about our friend. What about my friend? All the shade that was ever thrown at Gardini was not unwarranted. It was very much fair game.
Yeah, and he sat in my face, and Gardini did admit to saying the rumor. The problem is that I have about this rumor, and the reason, and I don't even want to talk about it because people are just slow. The problem that I have with this rumor is not the rumor. The problem is that the way it was brought up didn't get shown, so it makes me look like a liar. And every time a certain entity does interviews, he, instead of just telling the truth, just saying, you know what, and vindicating me and saying, you know, just want to tell him the truth. He pretends, he becomes an actor, and he pretends like he doesn't know why I have a problem, why, who said it. Only thing he knows is he didn't say it. And so it's just like, child, if you want me to vindicate you and saying that you didn't make up the rumor, then you need to vindicate me and saying that you actually know what happened behind the scenes. Because I'm not going to be sitting here. We're not going to be, that's not how the game works. Just tell the truth.
Right.
Just tell the truth, bro.
So going into that, so we have this energy going into it. So I guess we kind of know that something's about to transpire, because I know this scene is not going to be just a kumbaya moment. Am I correct? Like, we kind of know something's going to happen. So, you know, y'all kind of talk about the Jalen situation, and, you know, he has the cup and all of that stuff. So, and I know you guys are good friends with Jalen, Lauren, excuse me, formerly known as Jalen. And you were whoever, and
yeah, we had a growing friendship. We were building. It was getting things.
So we thought.
Yeah.
Right. So I know that kind of threw you back with the cup and all of that stuff like that. So since Gardini was in this mindset of, okay, I'm changing, I'm doing this, and that's what he was kind of portraying and stuff like that, where did the energy turn to where I know this thing with Oliver, I know this energy he's giving me now, where do I go with it in the future? You know, how are we going to move forward with it?
So
like, how's that?
The energy is this. I genuinely wanted to meet Gardini because Gardini, unlike the rest of this cast, well, I can't speak for some of them. I can say Cameron, I can say Montel, and that's about it.
That's about it. But
I feel like Troy too.
Yeah.
And Oliver too. I'll say Oliver. And but Kendra and certain people just couldn't because of the contracts, the way things were working.
The way things were working.
Certain people couldn't post Wewereborn just because of the way the show was set up. But Gardini didn't care. Gardini posted us. Gardini played our music. He shared our music. So I genuinely wanted to go in and meet Gardini.
Yeah, however, he was a fan of our music.
Yeah. Right. However, he was a fan of our music, so I genuinely just wanted to meet him. However, my problem with Gardini, where it started to switch, is that when after Miami and everybody's telling me, well, you know, Gardini, and he blatantly admitted it to my face, I'm like, well, child, this shows me that you don't have no loyalty to me. This shows me that you're singing my songs and you're saying you like me, but then behind my back, you're saying X, Y, Z. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why the energy shifted is because I felt like he couldn't be trusted at the time. I really just didn't feel like he could be trusted, and that's just on that. So it all boils down to like more so my loyalty to the people that was in the room. So So I'll make this really, really, really quick for the fans because I told the story last night, and I went back and watched on my child. I was rambling and I was incoherent. Okay. So, basically, what happened was we had that scene where you see us talking. We also, after that scene, all this happened off camera, which is why I didn't understand why Q brought it up on camera when all this stuff happened off camera. We went to a diner. We went to a buffet. Excuse me. All you can eat buffet.
All you can eat buffet.
We went into an all you can eat buffet
after
we did that scene.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Gardini. Okay. It was $10 a plate. Okay.
$10 a plate.
All right. So he decides he wants to pay for our food, which is all fine. Then we told him
that we had to bill. We was like, and he was very aggressive
and very adamant.
Oh no, girl, it's not even no. He was just very. I was like, okay, and we said because we know what the girl's giving. Oh, this and this, and he was like, no, it's not gonna give that. It's not giving that. It's fine. I said, okay, we just saying.
Right, but in that buffet meeting dinner. We sat for maybe 2-3 hours, and honestly, it was just a drag session.
He was reading.
He was reading everybody, including production. He dragged everybody. And so me, being the type of person that I am, I was like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna play in my house. You see what I'm saying? If we're doing a slumber party, I don't know how this is gonna work if you come to my house and you have this type of energy. You see what I'm saying?
And you just paying on everybody.
And you saying crazy things.
What he was saying.
I can't say. I don't know if they're gonna even show what he said. They're probably gonna show pieces of what he said. But a lot of stuff, I honestly don't think
they're gonna put in there.
I feel like they shouldn't because it's too much. It's too much. And so, it's just some things are just way too much. And so, honestly, it just made me. I was taken back by it. I was like, okay, well. Then, fast forward. We're setting up the party. Production asked. I called production, and I told production that everybody, I want everybody to come. Actually, this is the true tea. The scene that we filmed with Troy, did they show
the brunch? Yes.
Okay, yes. So when Troy came over to our house, we were planning our summer part, our soiree. Our lingerie soiree.
Yeah.
And basically, I told the producer that was there, I said, I don't feel like it's going to be a good idea to bring Gardini to the house because I just feel like it's going to be messy. It's going to be a lot of drama and boom, boom, boom.
So that was a genuine thing with the whole, Lauren's my friend, and you hear all this stuff. So I'm just trying not to.
It was about everybody there because I didn't want the drama in my house. I wanted us to have fun. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there was a genuine thing. She didn't want. She said she didn't.
Yeah, but I didn't even get to that.
Okay. Yeah.
Fast forward. It's time to invite everybody. Okay, so I'm calling everybody, seeing who wants to come. Everybody's on board. I talked to Jalen and I talked to Montel. Last. Jalen said that he would come, but he wasn't going to come. He said, who's all coming? I said, everybody. And then she was like, everybody, like who? I said, everybody, including Gardini. And she was like, okay, well, I don't want to go. Like, no shade. I don't want to go. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just uninvite him because, you know, it wasn't like me being mean. It was just like, I'll just uninvite him because I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Okay? So then I talked to Montel, and Montel said, I'm going to be out of town or something of that nature. I probably won't be there. Boom. Fast forward to the day of. We're fast forwarding. We're there. We're there at the party. We're setting up. We're not even setting up at the time. But we're just like buying shit.
Buying shit.
Yeah, we're buying shit, getting shit ready. And I get a call from Jalen saying she's not going to be able to make it tonight because she's doing K. Michelle's hair at the studio.
Okay, and that was the day of.
That's the day of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I always leave something out. I'm sorry. It's so much messiness happening that it's hard to keep up with it. So, when we're setting up the thing, production asked me, send a text message of who do you want to come. I didn't say anything rude or nasty or disrespectful. I just listed everybody except for Gardini, okay? That was screenshotted. I still have the text message. They screenshot that text message, and I don't know how we got to Gardini, but a producer sent it to Gardini, which to me is like, what other reality show does that? Like, that's not like information between a producer and cast. That's just like information between producer and cast. Like, you see this cast. We got big personalities. We don't need a third-party person stirring the pot.
Okay.
We're going
to stir it enough. That's what the girls give. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't understand what the purpose of that was. So Gardini, on the day of, sent me a text message saying, let me read it because, child, I hate lying on people, child.
You know,
he sent me
I
I hate lying on people. But Gardini sent me a text message and he said, let me show it. I pulled it up on my page already. But he said something like, girl, here it is. Show it to the people of the world. I have the text message here.
It's on the episode 2.
It's on the episode 2.
It's on the episode as well.
It says, girl, I was uninvited to the slumber party like this with the thing. And so mind you, Jalen just said she can't come and Montel just said he can't come. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, girl, they're not coming. So I was like, you can come, but leave the drama at home. He said, oh, no, girl, I'll stay my ass at home because clearly I was uninvited. This is shady shit. This is the shady shit I don't like to be a part of. And the same situation that I just had with Oliver. Y'all have a great event. And I said, child, no, it's completely different from you and Oliver because you and Oliver were friends. I just met you. So leave the drama for the next girl. Save the drama for the next girl. And then I even then say, you can come, but I'm not going to beg you. So what I was saying in that scene was, yes, he initially was uninvited. Mm-hmm. He knows he was uninvited. The cast knows he was uninvited. The producers know he was uninvited. You know what I'm saying? But what Q was trying to say was like, why didn't I invite him? I'm like, child, I did invite him.
That's where I wanted to get to. So
I did
and this is you know, I get into my
after I uninvited him. And he didn't accept
I want to be devil's advocate and play the other side because this is an unbiased show and I don't want to just seem like I'm playing favoritism. So why okay, so you feel like, you know, Q was being messy by bringing that up and kind of coming. Now, my question, I guess, is more to Berlin. You know, the way the episode aired, I don't know if that's how it started, but it started off with kind of a messy question with Oliver and so like, you know, why get so upset at his question at you when you guys were kind of being messy too?
No, the thing about Truth or Dare was this. And what they put is that I want to be messy, and what I said was I don't want to be messy.
Power editing. If you listen with your ears,
I said I don't want to be messy, and I speak fast sometimes. I do. But so you can get, but what I said is, I said, I don't want to be messy. But I knew I was about to. I did know I was about to. And I didn't feel like I did anything wrong because think about it. I heard the rumor and I got the rumor from one reliable source. That's your good girlfriend. I got the rumor from a reliable source. I didn't spread the rumor.
Like you do.
Like you did. When
You
it came
spread
to my
the
friend.
rumor.
I came straight to you and I asked you. And yes, it may have been a little messy because it was in front of the rest of the cast, but it was fair game because we were playing Truth or Dare. And I asked you the question in my home. It was my comfort zone. If I was going to ask that question, that was the perfect place for me to ask it, in my house.
And then
Right.
second of all, Q's question wasn't during Truth or Dare. If he wanted to ask me a question, he should have did it during the Truth or Dare.
We were having heart-to-hearts
having
right
a heart
Valentine's. The Truth or Dare had been gone way long.
It was been gone.
It was been gone.
And what they didn't show, and this is why I be saying certain people get in certain edits, because they still didn't show
Gardini. I mean, they still didn't show
Oliver reading Gardini. And I have the card
for his Valentine.
I have the
card. He
card.
read a Valentine to Gardini, and it wasn't the most friendliest because I guess he got over me asking him the question, and he knew clearly where I got the information from, and he wrote him a Valentine because he re-invited Gardini back to the party, so he had his name in the thing.
So basically what we're saying is the scene is definitely not how everything played out. We played the little game where we talked about our fetishes and dislikes. Then we played Truth or Dare, and then we wrote Valentine's. So at the end where we're playing, where we're doing the Valentine's piece, you could pay attention. Everybody has their card. We're reading their thing. Everybody's saying their thing. And then it gets to Oliver.
Oh, Kevon and Jaylon, he said the cameras died. Did y'all forget that? Because they did. I remember Jalen's camera. His camera did die.
But no. I have the footage.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I had the footage on my phone, and I know I definitely gave them the scene. I have the footage. No shade. So all I'm saying is that he said some fierce stuff about Gardini. It wasn't really fierce. On a scale of 1 to 10,
it wasn't fierce.
It was on a scale of 1 to 10. It was like a 3.
It wasn't really fierce.
It wasn't fierce.
It was
just
kind of like real, and how he was kind of just over it, and how he was just. He just was having a moment. I feel like he really felt tried and betrayed by him, so he was just having like a moment where he was just like, and it was sincere, but it still cut.
Right. So what got you to?
Because Oliver brought up Gardini, Q then went into the whole, well, why isn't Gardini here?
But so what did that inflame in you that caused you to get so furious at that moment?
Because I was mad because I was first of all tired of all the bullshit, because I told them what they didn't show on either one of them is I told them prior in front of everybody, I said, we're not gonna have no drama in here. This is my house. Respect my house. Okay? Q does a scene with Cameron and Montel addressing some drama. Then he sits in my house and asks me about some drama. I'm like, it's like every fucking second he wants to have some drama. Like he wants to talk about some drama. And it was pissing me off. I'm like, girl, why are you being so messy? And because he acts like he's so prim and proper, it doesn't come off like it's messy, but it really is messy.
It's that reporter shit. It's that messy reporter. And I need to know all the tea. I need to get all the tea. It comes off a little messy. He does it for a living. It's messy. But it's no shade to come and do it at somebody's house. To come and do it in a space where you came here, you knew your friend was uninvited.
Right. You knew that Gardini was uninvited.
Before you came here.
Right.
Don't act like you really care.
And you clearly had a conversation with him.
You were being messy.
You clearly had a conversation with him before you got here because you know that so-and-so sent a text message. You see what I'm saying? So it baffles me that you don't know that I also did tell him that he could come. So why are you sitting in front of me saying, oh, my friend wanted to come? I'm like, bitch, I told him he could come.
And you know what's so interesting about that? I'm going to tell you how fake and tired Q is. If Jaylon would have came, he would have never brought it up.
We don't bash here. We don't bash here.
Well,
if Jaylon wouldn't have came, to our party, Q would have never brought that up.
We just tired of that bullshit.
He wouldn't have.
Well, on defense, I feel like I've been in that situation where I've been in the middle of friendship, so it's kind of hard to kind of pick and choose who and where, because all three of them are very outspoken individuals.
I can believe that, and we are too.
And of course, you guys are too. Yes, definitely.
Can I say something to Zombie, Ivy, baby? watch from the beginning of the episode,
and then you can,
because we already explained why we said he was uninvited but re-invited.
Right.
We already dug through it.
Yeah, baby. So
We've already dug through it, so you
have to go rewind, honey.
Rewind, baby.
I get what y'all. So okay. So we're at this point now, right? And everything goes haywire. And in the Uncut episode, it kind of gets more in depth of what was going on and all this thing like that. So what is to come from that? Like, are you done with the cast? Are you, not in that sense of quitting, but like you're over who they are and you just trying to do what you're gonna do and that's it and just.
I personally don't feel like it's that deep. I personally don't feel like it's that deep. At the end of the day, we never dealt with a lot of the cast like that anyway. So we can just continue to do that. When it's time for us to work, we'll work. If we have to be cordial, we'll be cordial. We'll deal with it the way we want to deal with it when the time comes, when it's necessary. But at the end of the day, nobody's really thinking about these people when these cameras go off. We know what we signed up for, and they do too.
That's her answer.
That's my answer.
Hey, yours?
My answer is I'm completely tired of them hoes. I'm so done with them. I'm so finished with them. Because she has a little bit more tolerance, a little more patience. But again, she hasn't been painted in the way that I've been painted.
No, I haven't.
So
they've been really,
they've been very vicious.
I want to say that. I want to speak on that because I've heard you say that, you've been painted. So let's say the villain card, that's what they use on these reality shows as like the villain.
I don't mind being the villain, but because I came onto the show knowing that people were going to hate me. I came on the show knowing that people were going to love me. But I knew that it was going to be because of my actions, not the way that people wanted to shift and flip and reverse.
Well, I want to say this, the comments, and because I do a lot of research myself and, I read a lot of comments and stuff like that, especially, to get some of my questions because these are something that the people keep repeating. So yes, you do have some comments that are distasteful, but I see a lot more people living for the both of you guys than I do not.
Is this phone dying, child?
Okay. You know what?
I can't agree with that.
I don't really agree with that.
I don't agree with that, no.
I don't. I feel like we get bashed the most.
We get bashed out of everybody, and probably in the whole entire 3 seasons, we probably getting bashed the most.
We get bashed the most. But one thing what people can't always do say is that they like our music. And I guess that balances it out.
But it doesn't make it right.
But it doesn't make it right. But we get bashed for who we are.
But you know what? People love to hate. So, like for example, going into like the mainstream reality shows, like Erica Mena was bashed and stuff, but she was the highest paid and she was the most loved at the end. Jocelyn got bashed. If you go read her comments, it's bashed and bashed. But who was booked? Who had spin-offs? Who had, what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is people love to hate that character because it's something to talk about. It's something to gossip about.
Okay.
Well, I understand that I'm entertaining. I know I can get up on my own live. I know I can get up on my own page and entertain people by my goddamn self. I don't need other characters to do so. Mm-hmm. So I understand that. And she understands it too.
I do. I get it.
And I guarantee you the producers understand it as well.
So did you I asked this question last time we interviewed, but I want to ask it again because, a lot has transpired from last interview to this interview. Are you happy for being on this show and for what has actually, came about of this?
I feel like more negatives happened, honestly. I've received death threats. I've had horrible comments said about Berlin, transphobic comments said about trans. Every time.
I've never experienced
if you hate
in
me,
my life.
hate me. Why are you hating her?
You know what's interesting about that? It's like
I've never experienced
so much.
Oh my God!
In my life.
I've never witnessed so much
transphobia
world in my life.
Quite all right.
I've never in my life I've had threats.
Never.
It's just it's like a whirlwind of craziness. It's not like it's like okay, I get it. I understand.
That's crazy.
I understand that people are not going to like me, But like,
I don't care if
I don't really care.
But I don't really care if what people have to say about me. I didn't come in this earth. I'm not who I am today. I didn't come this far because I cared about what the fuck people said about me. Clearly, like, I did not give a fuck. But at the end of the day, it's just still like, it's problematic for people in the community for this to be a community-based episode. This is Black, this is queer LGBT people of color.
Right. That is sad. And you know what?
This is what this is all about.
That's a problem we have in our community, period.
Black folk coming, chasing our dreams
right.
in the South, in Atlanta. That's what this show is supposed to be about. And it just was so interesting to me at how I had never really experienced transphobia like this ever. I've lived in Miami, and Miami is not trans friendly. It's really, really not at all.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
The world well. New York is much more liberal, but I lived in Mississippi as well. I have for a couple of years. I had to go back home and had to get them, reacquainted with who I was and whatever. And I feel like this is the worst transphobia I have ever experienced.
It's sickening.
That's horrible.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And the people, and it's like, it's so disheartening. And I always start to cry about it because I've never in my life.
He's never even witnessed that.
I've never
We've
witnessed
been
that.
friends for 10, 20 years, and I don't have a problem with that.
To answer Andario's question, yes, our streams have gone up. But streams, it takes about, anybody knows anything about streams, it takes about 1,000 streams to get $1.
Mm-hmm.
At least, or 35 cents is 1,000 streams.
Yeah.
So yes, we went from having 1,000 hits on our video to 8,000. But is it worth? Is that worth it?
Yeah.
That's kind of how you look at it. Like, it's not a payoff.
It breaks my heart that is.
That's not a payoff. That's not
what you are going through.
It's for real. And then a lot of times it's like the cis, and then like what happened is the cisgender gay males are like say something, and then a lot of Chasing Atlanta's audience is a lot of heterosexual women. And they feel like, well, bitch, they paid it, I could pay it too. And they be paying it, and all of them be paying it.
Well, you know what? I do want to say that the reason why one of the reasons why I created this show and do it the way I do is because, in general, our community is known for bashing ourselves. Like, we knock ourselves down, and we hold that negative, ratchet, bad umbrella over our own heads.
I want to be clear about this. I'm not saying that it's production's fault. That people are bashing.
No, we're not saying that. No, I'm just saying it's a problem.
I'm just saying that it's a problem because your
that's the problem. No, I agree. I agree.
And this is
territory.
So
I do want to say this though. I commend and respect and have a whole different, and not in a like if I had a bad outlook before, but I just see you in a whole different light, almost heroic, almost, because that takes so much strength to not only just live your life, period.
Yeah.
But to come and broadcast your life on TV, and be, experienced to this type of situation. Honestly, I really, take my hat off to you because that's a huge amount of strength that not a lot of us can deal with. You know what I'm saying? We can't even deal with a pinch of what you go through.
Be able to relate to that type of strength because not a lot of people, unless you live this type of experience, and not a lot of people do. We only make up like 3% of the population. If you want to be honest, there's not a lot of trans people in the world, period. That's why we're looked over. That's why human rights are looked over. That's why a lot of people don't, when they make laws and stuff, they don't think about us. We're only 3%.
Yeah, right.
Like, they're like, oh girl, they'll be fine. They either black or white or something, they'll fit in with them. The gays, they get taken care of,
Right.
With them too. They don't really but it's happening, it's changing, it's slowly happening, and things are getting better, and we are getting more visibility, and people are seeing us more. So it's fine, and I'm just okay with being a part of that. Being visible, having to deal with the bullshit, because, it's still a work in progress. Everything is, especially when it comes to trans stuff. Shit is still a work in progress. But I'm fine with it, but y'all ain't gonna silence me. Nobody's gonna silence me. I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna say how I feel.
I know that's
and
right.
I'll take it, bring it. Read me. Call me strong, call me hard, call me aggressive, call me rough. Bitch, you don't want it. it's no shade. I'm very talented. I'm very bright.
Yes, eat
And
it.
I am.
Eat
I'm
it.
very beautiful. And I
I
know
love
this.
it.
So
Gorgeous.
it's
You
fine.
are beyond gorgeous. Like honestly, you are stunning. And I think you both are gorgeous people, period. Like, just inside and out. And
Yes. And
I
it's just
see
so
the
sad.
depth
It's so,
within
can I
you
say, he
guys.
is such a beautiful person. And it's just so sad that people don't get to really see a lot of that. And there are moments on the, that have been filmed and things that we've done where he has shown it. But a lot of times that shit ain't gonna make the cut because nobody don't want to see that. Period. You know how reality TV is. People want entertainment. People want drama. And we're dramatic people, and we give them the drama. That's what happens. Naturally, you put out fucking 7, 8 dramatic people together, something is bound to happen. You don't know how people are going to react or respond to things. Nobody knows each other.
Right.
Like, things are going to happen, and things be happening. And that's what y'all be seeing. Shit happening.
So season 4, if they want you back, will it be with stipulations?
We would just need a real sit down production.
Yeah.
A real sit down. Not like a one like the last couple ones we had. We would need a sit down. Other people need to be present, and we would just have to get things very straight. Mm-hmm. And we would have to, because I understand it's a franchise, it's a brand, and I try not to ever demean them or discredit them for what they have done for us, because they have helped us. And I'm not saying they haven't helped us.
They have.
I would never say that they haven't helped us. And I don't want to get emotional and cry about it. It's just very fucking frustrating. It's so frustrating at this point that like people don't understand how we have been being treated. And it's exhausting at this point.
Right. Because after 7 on Wednesdays, you still got to deal with it when these comments are coming to your phones and
it's not
all
even
this stuff is happening.
It's just like the overall treatment of how we've been treated in the communities since then. Mm-hmm. It's fucking bullshit.
Have you had any problems going out in public and people saying anything to you?
I went out to the club. We went out to the club. Went to opera. And this is light-skinned Keisha was there. Shout out to light-skinned Keisha. I live for her. She's cute. And she was there and she was performing. And it was out of nowhere. It was this trans. I don't know. He knew it was a.
I didn't know her. It was a girl that does blogs like you do, like about the show. She was there with her friends.
Her friends. The energy her friend gave me.
Berlin, out of all the people.
The energy her friend gave me was like, bitch, this bitch when I give me nothing or it's about to go down. And of course I pay her dust because that's what I do best. I pay her dust. But Twan, he did not like shit like that. And Twan
I
was
really
like,
did not like shit like that.
No. And I was still paying it because I know if I pay it, if I give it any energy, it's only going to make the situation worse. Right, that's what people don't understand about why I let Twan be great. If I give anything, any energy, when Twan snaps, it's only going to be worse because if somebody say something to me,
I don't play about
he's going to flip out.
You know what's so funny? So I was talking to my fiance.
That's why I keep it cute because I be trying to diffuse. I be helping by shutting the fuck up.
Look, I was talking to my fiance about it. I say she's quiet.
If I would have intervened in that thing with Oliver and Oliver would have said something to me, Twan would have attacked him.
Look, I was talking to my fiance, telling her, like, they stay quiet. I said, she's quiet because them two together, I'm telling you, they tears it up. I was just telling her that, I promise you.
It's like, so I stay out of it because he's a grown man and he can handle himself. He's a grown-ass man. He can handle himself. And I know at the end of the day, he's good. And he know what we on here for. He know what we doing. At the end of the day, we know.
My only thing is if I'm doing my job is to give a good show. And I'm doing a good show. I just want it to be fair editing. Because I never came onto the show hating Oliver for no reason. That's a lie.
You don't even hate him.
I don't even hate him. It's not even that deep. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. I didn't know he made music. I know nothing about it. I knew nothing about him. So to be painted like, oh, I'm just an Oliver hater. I got all these issues with Oliver for no reason. I'm just coming in the room arguing with people. I'm just coming in trying to look for a moment. And then to keep on replaying people saying he's looking for a moment or he's looking for a moment. Like you're putting that out in the atmosphere for people to attack me. Like, that's what it looks like. It's what it feels like. Instead of just saying, you know what, Oliver, no shade. You came in headstrong. You came in aggressively. You could have rubbed people wrong way and showing it how.
Yeah. Well,
listen. I'm not going to even address this taser situation no more, child. I don't care. Yeah. Oliver don't care about the taser situation. I've never even said. About the taser situation.
This is the thing.
Who said anything about the taser?
I want to say, can I say about the taser situation?
No, girl, say it, girl.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk about
okay. When it comes to this taser situation, yes, I passed Jatwan a taser that Jatwan did not even use on Oliver.
Period.
So clearly, it's not even that deep. Yes, he used it in order for him to make him shut the fuck up.
But they didn't play that. That's the thing that really upsets me about that, just in general. You see me sitting by the pool, minding my business. You come out there, and yes, I did initially start the argument. I'll admit it. I started the argument. It was me. But they had the argument, and he sat right. Jatwan sat right. And you watch the episode, and I sit right back down the pool. I had left it alone. He comes outside, and then he says in the green screen that I'm following him around. When you clearly see him following me around. That's the same thing he did at Kendra's at the Black and Gold party. He followed Kendra all through the fucking party. Everybody witnessed it. You had Montel there, you had Cameron that we all witnessed it. That he followed this girl all through the party, and then they edited it to make it look like
you saw Wayne and Kendra was in the room, and who walks in?
Oliver. So that's the point. Like, people are not watching with their eyes; they're just watching it and letting people lie in the their green screens, and then it's making us look crazy.
But we can't do what we want to
do.
But we
can't do
our green screen if it don't match the scene. But everybody else can.
It's bullshit.
So I do want to say this. So all of this is not even really stemming, like we stated earlier. All of this is not really even stemming from the actual things that we're seeing on the show, but behind the scenes that is not on the show. And I guess confessionals and people watching and doing lives and stuff like that.
Wow, what? And Dario, wow, what? Okay, well, what is going on? Because I don't feel like we said nothing out of line.
We didn't say anything out of line, too.
To production. We didn't. It was nothing towards production. We didn't say anything towards production.
We just telling the truth.
I didn't.
Yes, I pulled out the taser, but it was to get him to shut the fuck up. My intent was never to hurt him, and he knows my intent was never to hurt him. That's why he said what he said.
It got to the point where
we both laughing.
They was reading each other in Miami after the taser thing, and they both was laughing.
We both was laughing. So that's what I'm saying.
So
it dropped on for like a fucking hour, but nobody. My intent was y'all didn't what.
Saying that y'all didn't come out of character.
Y'all didn't what?
Didn't what?
No. He's answering your question, saying, because you say y'all didn't say nothing out of line. He's saying no, y'all didn't.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I don't be want to offend people, especially gotta work with these people, girl.
So what now? Is there any type of resolution that can come about this? Because I know you said it's not that deep, but I know you say you're over. So is there any recollection that can happen, or I just want to complete this and be done with it?
It's got to be fair, honey.
We just want fair.
We just want people to see the truth. People like the uncut version a little bit more simply because it was
the
truth. People got a little bit more insight on what was going on. It's so much that always goes on. It's just so much.
And I understand. And this is the thing. I keep trying to say, I don't want to throw production on the best. It's when you're dealing with a lot of people, it's hard to get everybody's decision.
And it's also hard to play the whole story of every story.
Right.
Because then that's a 5-hour show.
Exactly. So I get that. But I just want it to be as fair as possible. If you're showing one person's side, only one person's side, it looks like everything everybody else is saying is a lie.
Well, I do want to say that
I feel like me and Dario just need to have a conversation, because I feel like I really just feel like me and him just need to have a conversation.
I do want to say that I do love you guys. I love you guys watching the show, despite what is being perceived, because I kind of look past that, because I know about production and editing and all that stuff, what makes the show, whatever. But I do want to say that you guys are very, very entertaining and very, very talented. That's
Thank you.
Thank you.
one thing for sure. I do want to know before we end this. I do want to know, for one thing, what is the next step for Chasing Atlanta as far as the cast members as reconciling this, and where do we go from here?
My thing is that me and Berlin, as crazy as we are, as crazy as I am, child.
I'm crazy too, but it's different.
Everybody's crazy on the show. And if they say they not, they lying. They crazy as hell. Everybody is crazy as hell on this show. Okay? Including myself. I'm probably the craziest.
It's just levels.
I've tried to get Lauren and Gardini to talk. They don't want to talk. At this point, it's just one of those situations where anytime they invite us to something, we show up.
Uh-huh.
We don't care. We have those hard conversations.
Uh-huh.
We have those moments. We don't care, regardless how they turn out. We just do our job.
Mm-hmm.
Some people hide for scenes, don't come, won't show up, and just give people the runaround. And we don't do all that.
We don't.
So at the end of the day,
when it comes to the show, we're very professional with them, and I know that they can say that. We be professional with them
as professional as we can.
Yeah, we do.
So all I'm saying is that maybe going forward, if they want some reconciliation, it's gonna have to be a team effort, because at this point, it can't be like. I just feel like it'll be reconciled, and because the show has to be played again, you have to relive it, and then you have to go to the reunion, and this is over and over and over and over and over and over. So it's just like, no matter what you say at this point, if they don't like you, they don't like you, and it is what it is.
Right. Well, at least there's this room for that type of resolution where there's the possibility that it can be resolved, and that's the big thing. Y'all can all be adults and still make a phenomenal show and be able to give the audience what you guys do already musically anyway.
Right. The thing is, I want to say this: Wewereborn, we really do not hate anybody on the show. We never hated Jalen. We never hated Q. We never hated Gardini. We never hated Oliver. We argue with Oliver the most.
I just want y'all to understand, I'm not doing favoritism or anything, but y'all got to understand, scenes get cut due to the show runtime, and I don't know how to explain it any more than that. And you know what? And Dario, I understand 100%. I do. I get it 100%. I do. Because I understand the original thing. You want to show people, because
the show is not going to work out to your liking or
Oliver's or Jalen's or anybody's on the cast if it's audience to watch back. But I mean, I get it. Yeah,
I don't get what that last part meant, but I get what the first part meant.
Everybody's going to have things about the show that they're disappointed with. That's just natural, because that's your job as production. You can't please everyone.
Well, because I'm sure everyone...
It's not an equal share of that.
And everyone can have an issue.
Still not fair.
And everyone can... And if as production, if I give... And I guess what Daria's trying to say, too, is if I give you the scenes or how you want it, I have to give everyone the scenes. And then it goes back to what we stated earlier. Then we have a 5-hour show.
And I've said this before, Wewereborn have never called, never asked for any special treatment as it pertains to editing. And Dario can attest to that. Kevon can attest to that. Curie can attest to that. We do not call and ask for no special treatment. It just feels like other people do. Now, he's saying that they don't. So we're going to respect that. But I'm just saying that if everything that somebody does that's sneaky gets cut out, and every time I'm acting a fool, you only see me acting a fool. You're not showing why I'm acting a fool. You're not really showing why I'm acting a fool. So I don't know. I can't speak to what other people do. And I'm just saying, I don't want to cause no confusion. I don't want Dario to be pissed off. I don't want nobody to be mad, because I'm not trying to attack nobody. You asked me first not to attack nobody on the show. So we're not trying to attack nobody. We're just trying to get our side heard.
And that's why I wanted to do this, so that you guys can really get your guys heard without what we see on the episodes, and people saying their side on their live and this, and really have a conversation. And I felt like a lot of things were answered and cleared up on your part. And again, I don't feel like there was any malicious or any type of negative intent. I really feel like all the actions were reactions versus coming out. You know, just coming out, okay, I'm just going to be this person to this person, or I'm going to be this way to that person. It was all reacting to what you were already getting. Right.
We respect you too, Andaria. We don't have any.
I love Andaria. I do. Me and Andaria, we had really real conversations, not on just this about life. You know, I respect and I love you too, but you know, you got a job to do, and sometimes they be coming outside. That's all we saying.
Well, I do want to say again, thank you guys for coming on. I know we talked about it the last time, but I just want to know again. Let the people know when your video, you have a video coming out soon.
Yes, we're working on it now. We're trying to get some cameos and some things going. We're working. We love a good cameo, right? Take it from Gardini. They really hated him last season. They still hate him, girl.
Girl, it's fine.
We love. It's not no shade to Gardini, but girl, they still treat him the same way. They ain't got up off Gardini. They ain't let up off Gardini's neck, child.
Girl, that ain't the girl.
Okay. This season wasn't about the numbers. It was about production. Child. Oh Lord.
It was definitely that was a good one because it was about production.
But no. But to answer your question, we definitely do have a music video coming out. We're re-releasing a project. We have another situation and we just gonna stay working.
Yeah.
We put off some
Y'all better, cause that music is really good.
Yeah, just stay working.
Y'all better stay working.
Rick Rosa. But no, yeah. Thank you for allowing us to come up here and giving us an opportunity. We are launching our merch. We are launching our hard copies. We do have the website coming out. We do have some shows lined up. We did take a break for a little while because I went to jail and that wasn't televised. But I did go to jail and I had to take a couple of days off and pay my lawyers. So now we're just trying to get our coin back together. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
So, but I'm a real ass person. I don't be sitting up here lying. I really went my ass to jail. I went to jail because I almost beat up a security guard for saying transphobic things. Okay? So
this is what I be telling people, girl.
I gotta shut the fuck
up. Because if I don't shut the fuck up, honey, he gonna go to jail. So when someone be cutting up, and I'll be like, girl.
Well, look, we saw how you was about to cut up on cue at that table where you thought he called you he.
I come out aggressive. When I say things, I come out very aggressive. They be making people feel some type of way. They may say something the wrong thing to me, and this one he gonna attack them.
Like I said, we saw how you was about to attack Q at that table when you thought he called you he.
I knew this one was about to flip out.
But y'all didn't see in either one of the scenes. I left the room to take a breath.
And he came back and he was still pressing.
And he still was pressing, talking to my best friend like he was stupid.
About why Gardini, I just don't understand.
Gardini. Literally.
He was still
I said my piece. And everybody.
No, I was talking about when y'all was at the table with Gardini and you thought he called you he, and he was really talking about.
No. We talking about the slumber.
No, I know what you talking. I'm saying I was saying that you. I said we know you could get aggressive and say because you was about to attack you at that table really, about the transphobic thing.
Like it could just.
Yeah.
It's really like it's stern. It comes off sharp. It comes off like that. I can't be talking to people like that, and this man is mad with them, and then they say something to me, and then he fucked them up. Like, for real. It could happen. It would happen like that. He don't play with me. But when it comes about me, he don't play with his siblings, period.
I don't play with my siblings, my mama,
his family.
My family and my friends, I do not play with them.
Like,
and you shouldn't.
Like, so, I be doing right. Y'all don't know us. Y'all don't know our situation. Y'all don't know. We know what we be doing. I be doing right.
Y'all can't blame him. Y'all was feeding him all the punch. And just we're talking. Listen, Gardini.
No, we got 20 minutes. We got 20 seconds. You know how Instagram does.
Okay.
But thank you guys for coming on. I love you guys. I respect you guys, and I'm gonna keep supporting always.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Mwah. Good night.
Good night.